Welcome to this introduction to Cloud Identity and Access Management. Commonly known as Cloud IAM, this is part of the GCP security series. Cloud IAM is a fundamental security service in Google Cloud Platform that helps organizations control and manage access to their cloud resources. Throughout this video, we'll explore the core concepts, components, and best practices of Cloud IAM to help you understand how to secure your GCP environment effectively. Cloud IAM is a unified system for managing who can access which resources and what actions they can perform on Google Cloud Platform. Think of it as a security gatekeeper for your cloud environment. It controls access to GCP services and resources, ensuring that only authorized users can interact with them. Cloud IAM provides fine-grained permission management, meaning you can be very specific about what each user or application can do. Most importantly, it implements the principle of least privilege, which means giving users only the minimum level of access they need to perform their tasks, nothing more. Cloud IAM is built on three core concepts that work together to manage access. First, we have members, which represent who can access resources. These are the identities in your system, whether they're individual users, groups, or even automated services. Second, we have roles, which are collections of permissions. Instead of assigning individual permissions one by one, roles bundle related permissions together for easier management. Third, we have policies, which bind members to roles. Policies are the mechanism that connects who is accessing your resources with what they're allowed to do. Understanding how these three concepts interact is essential to mastering Cloud IAM. Let's dive deeper into IAM members, the identities that can be granted access to resources. There are 5 main types of members in Cloud IAM. First is the Google account, which represents an individual user with a Google email address. This is typically used for human users who need to access the Cloud Console. Second is the service account, a non-human identity designed for applications and workloads that need to interact with GCP services programmatically. Third is the Google Group, which is a collection of user accounts that makes it easier to manage permissions for multiple users at once. Fourth is Google Workspace, which represents all users within an organization's domain. And finally, Cloud Identity, which provides identity management without requiring a full Google Workspace subscription. Cloud IAM offers 3 types of roles, each serving different use cases. Basic roles, also known as primitive roles, provide broad permissions across all GCP services. These include owner, editor, and viewer roles. While simple to understand, basic roles grant very wide access and are generally too broad for production use. Predefined roles offer much more granular access to specific GCP services. Google has created hundreds of predefined roles, each tailored for specific services and use cases. Examples include storage admin or compute viewer. These are the recommended choice for most scenarios. Finally, custom roles allow you to create user-defined roles with tailored permissions that precisely match your organization's specific needs. Custom roles give you complete control over exactly which permissions are granted. Let's examine the 3 basic roles in more detail. The viewer role provides read-only access to all resources. Users with this role can see and examine resources, but cannot make any changes. The editor role includes all viewer permissions and adds the ability to modify resources. Editors can create, update, and delete resources, but they cannot manage access control or billing. The owner role has all editor permissions plus the ability to manage roles and billing. Owners have complete control over a project. However, it's important to note that basic roles are too broad for production environments. They grant far more access than most users need and violate the principle of least privilege. In real-world scenarios, you should use predefined or custom roles instead. Now let's look at how IAM policies are structured. A policy is a JSON document that binds members to roles on specific resources. In this example, we see a policy with a bindings array. Each binding specifies a role, such as roles/storage.objectViewer, and a list of members who are granted that role. The members array can include different types of identities. In this case, we have a regular user, Alice at example.com, and a service account, my-sa at project.iam. This policy grants both of these identities the ability to view storage objects. Policies are the fundamental mechanism that connects the who, represented by members, with the what, represented by roles, on any given resource in your GCP environment. Let's conclude with 5 essential best practices for Cloud IAM. First, use predefined roles instead of basic roles whenever possible. Predefined roles provide the granular control you need, while basic roles are too broad. Second, always grant the least privilege necessary for users to complete their tasks. Don't give more access than required. Third, assign roles to groups rather than individual users. This makes permission management much more scalable and maintainable. Fourth, regularly audit your IAM policies and permissions. Review who has access to what and remove any unnecessary permissions. And finally, use service accounts for application identities rather than user credentials. Service accounts are designed for non-human access and provide better security for automated systems. Following these best practices will help you maintain a secure and well-managed GCP environment.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.